Hello, this is Brian Skutle with Sonic Cinema. I'm here at the Hilton Garden Inn in Atlanta, Georgia for DragonCon, the usual nerd fest. And first thing before I get into DragonCon specifics is I want to kind of wrap up my movie-going summer, which it kind of is with the event of DragonCon. I'm not really going to see anything unless I go see something at the film festival. This was an interesting summer for me. It was a bit light in July and August because of personal responsibilities and personal things going on. But overall, it was an enjoyable one. We got started in late April with Avengers Infinity War. Once it hit May, though, a lot of the movies were really good. A lot of the movies were kind of hit and miss. Even something that I really like Deadpool 2 or Incredibles 2, they still had issues in my opinion, but I mean, they were movies that I still feel were satisfactory to a large degree. Even something like Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom that didn't really register with me is kind of the same way. Solo is probably my favorite movie I saw this summer, not because I thought it was a great Star Wars film. I thought it was really good. I really liked the way Ron Howard and the Kasdans put it all together after everything that happened before. By far the best movie I saw in theaters was Hereditary, though. The Ari Aster horror film with Toni Collette. That's a movie that's stuck with me ever since I've seen it, and I do really believe it's going to be this generation's The Shining. As far as independent film screeners that I saw over the summer, Chris Esper brought a couple to my attention in his films Imposter, which is really good, up there with Hereditary in my feeling, as well as his crime drama Bent, which I just saw the other day. And then Edgar Michael Bravo, whom I talked to on the podcast this summer, had A Child's Voice, and also had a bunch of other shorts as well that were really worthwhile. And I think Apocalypsis was in the summer as well, from Eric Leiser. And I talked to him on the podcast as well as his brother Jeffrey about that film and their previous films. Had Paul Schrader's First Reform come out as far as independent films. It was a good movie. There's definitely something about that movie that stuck with me, though. And it's continued to do a really good job. And let's see, what else? Won't You Be My Neighbor is another one about Fred Rogers that I really liked. And that's one of the best documentaries, one of my favorite documentaries I've ever seen. Really glad I needed that movie when I saw it last week. Mission Impossible Fallout was fantastic. Christopher McQuarrie did another terrific job with that franchise. It is probably my favorite one outside of the original now, even though I feel like the ending loses steam to a certain extent. There were some movies I missed, unfortunately. BlacKkKlansman was the big one that I really wish I had seen. Ocean's 8 as far as blockbusters. Let's see, trying to think of what else. I can't really think of too much else off the top of my head, unfortunately. The two worst films I saw this summer are Action Point Johnny Knoxville's latest film, which was just painfully unfunny, and Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. Even though I loved Lily James in the movie, it just didn't do anything for me. I think that's about it as far as the summer goes. I mean, as the fall kicks in, obviously going to get more into thinking about the Oscars, though I don't know how much more, because, I mean, that's kind of thing doesn't really interest me. I will say the best popular movie category is a joke. It's kind of ridiculous that they did that, but that's sort of how I feel about that. Looking ahead to the fall, The Predator by Shane Black is one I'm really interested in. Welcome to Marwen, Robert Zemeckis' film. Mandy, the Halloween movie. Fahrenheit 11/9 by Michael Moore. Simple Favor, and others. So it's kind of a skimpy fall for me, admittedly, as far as movies I'm really, really looking forward to. But we'll see how it goes. And for now, this is Brian Skutle. I'll have more for you after DragonCon. And thank you very much.